Welcome to the Camden County Chamber of Commerce's Get in Your Business podcast, your go-to source for all things small business in Camden County. I'm your host, Allison Shores, and each week we'll be diving into the heart of our community, bringing you inspiring interviews with local small business owners, insightful discussions on issues that matter, and the latest on events that could impact your business. Plus, don't miss out on our expert tips to help your business grow and thrive. Whether you're a budding entrepreneur or a seasoned business pro, this is the podcast for you. So let's get down to business. What's up, Camden County? Allison Shores, Camden County Chamber of Commerce, and you are catching the 4th episode of the Getting in Your Business podcast. And today I'm so excited because we are talking all things business licensing. And I've got 3 people here from all 3 cities. I'm so excited. I've got Miss Selena from the city of Kingsland. I've got Miss Candace from the city of St. Mary's. And I've got Miss Elaine from city of Woodbine. So we are so excited. Let's kick things off. Let's just get right to it. I know this is something that people come to me all the time with businesses, trying to open new businesses,
yes,
all the things. So Selena, I kind of want to start with you. What is your process in the city of Kingsland for somebody starting a new business and wanting to get their business license?
Okay. They first come in and get an application, or I direct them to our city website and walk them through how to download our application. You can't fill it out online, but you do have to fill out the application. And there's an instruction sheet, the front page that tells you need your EIN number, your state certification, your Georgia sales tax number, and the contact information to obtain those items. Once you get all of your stuff together, all of your documentations together, then you would submit your application and all of your documentation to me. And from there, I would look over it along with my supervisor, and we would go from there and determine and decide where do we go from here. If you're needing to go further, or we need to back it up a minute before you even get your business license, you need a home office permit, or are you ready? If you're doing brick and mortar or storefront, then you have to go through inspections, building inspection and fire inspection. And after you submit all your information, then we go from there and try to get it done in a timely manner, maybe 2 or 3 days at the most. Most of them I'm able to get out in 2 days, sometime the same day. But I do allow myself at least 3 days to.
Gotcha. Yeah.
If I got everything I need.
Right. If you have everything. Okay.
Yes.
Now, Candace, is your process a lot like that in St. Mary's?
It is very similar. We have a permit review committee. So they meet every Wednesday, and that's who really decides what's needed once you've completed all of the information. And it's just kind of a checklist like her. So if you have a brick and mortar, we go ahead and set up the fire inspection, the building inspection, all of those things. Given everything goes well, you're going to have an invoice to be paid that same Wednesday afternoon, and I'll send you over your business license.
So it's just like that, easy peasy. Okay.
Easy peasy.
So, Miss Elaine, what about City of Woodbine?
Some of it's very similar. Our process is probably a lot quicker and a lot more simple just because of the smaller city.
Gotcha.
Smaller scale.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, you were talking about, all of you kind of talked about documentation. So what are the things that somebody needs to bring with them? Like, is it all the same? Is it, what do they need as far as documentation for you guys?
Okay, like I said before, their EIN number, their federal EIN number, any state certifications, if you're a plumber, a cosmetologist, a barber of that, you've got a state license. So we need documentation of that.
You need
we
to see that.
copies of all of this type stuff. If you're selling items, you need a Georgia sales tax number. So you have to, have that documentation, because, anybody can write numbers down. So we need documentations. We need hard copies.
Okay.
So that we could go forward.
Same thing for both of you?
Same for us.
Yes.
And whomever's applying, whether it be an agent of the corporation or something like that, we need a photo ID as well, which, is just standard.
Yeah.
If you are an in-home business, or we require some sort of a lease or something that states that you're able to operate that business there, It's pretty simple. When you get the packet, it looks extremely overwhelming.
I was about to say, because the packets are a little like you get them and you're like, I don't know where to start.
The amount of times that I've met with people and they're a little overwhelmed, and I'm like, you have all of this. Like, you're a business owner. You have all of these things. Don't worry. We're not asking you to recreate the wheel. Like, just take it.
And I think sometimes, like, we think of you guys as being like scary, like you're going to tell me all the things that I'm doing wrong or I haven't done, but you're really not. You're there to help. And I think people need to realize that if they just stop by and talk to you, like, you'll help talk through all these things and give them next steps.
Yes.
Now let's talk about fees. I know that, you know, some of these are all different, but let's just talk about where your fees kind of lay right now.
Okay, for City of Kingsland right now, our admin fee is $44, and then we charge per employee $22 per employee, full-time employee. If you have 2 part-time employees, and that
they would count as
full-time, they would count as one. Any employees over 50, the number 50, then you pay $11 for each employee after 50 employees. But you will have to submit an E-Verify number, any employees over 10.
Gotcha.
So starting 11 employees, you need to provide us with the E-Verify number.
And I know that it is some businesses, but for most of ours here that are starting up, you know, they're predominantly small. Now, what about St. Mary's?
So our fees are similar. We have a $75 administration fee, and then we charge $33 per full-time equivalent, which is similar to hers. So if you come in and you tell me you have 5 full-time employees, 2 part-time employees, then those 2 part-time employees equate to 1 full-time employee.
Okay, now in Woodbine, I know it's a little simpler.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell us about that, Ms. Elaine.
The admin fee is $50. That's good for the calendar year. Each full-time employee is $10. Part-time, obviously, is $5. And if you're selling food, it's a $50 regulatory fee.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. So we have a mobile vendors.
I was going to ask about, because, you know, food trucks, sorry, I used that word, food trucks.
No, it's okay.
And I know that we like to call it the mobile vendor, but, you know, those are starting to become very popular. And so, yes, tell me about the mobile vendor license in St. Mary's.
So in St. Mary's, we just charge a $300 fee, and it's for the entire year. And, you know, you do also have to have a business license. So I always explain to people, if you're the only person working the mobile trailer, then you're $300, and with the one-time employee and $75 admin fee, you're $408 out the door, and it covers you for the whole year.
So that's another thing I was going to ask is when are business licenses due, like the renewals too? Because it's good for 1 year, correct? And you have to come back every year to renew your business license.
Exactly.
Okay, so in Kingsland, what is that process?
The business license expire December 31st.
Okay.
Yearly, each year. So we send notices out, renewal notices out around the end part of October, somewhere in November, so they can get a jump start. And we do have a lot of businesses that will go ahead on and pay before January comes in.
Now, in St. Mary's, is it the calendar year? Is it
Absolutely,
the same?
yes.
Okay.
It's the calendar year, and then until April technically. But yes, we encourage people to get them in earlier. Unfortunately, we do have to go around and check for that, and they start pretty heavy around May, checking to make sure that you have your occupational tax certificate hanging in your business.
See, we're so professional around here. Occupational something. Now, in Woodbine, is it the same process?
Yes.
It ends in December? Okay.
Yes, and renewals go out November, and their business license technically is good until March 31st. We give them until March 31st of the following year. But then at that point, if we don't have a renewal on you, then I'm sending you a second notice. Yeah. And after that, if I find out you're doing business, unfortunately.
Yeah. You don't want to get a visit.
You don't.
Well, I think, too, a lot of people are also confused about where should they get their business license. So I know that we do have a lot of areas here that are unincorporated and are more the county. And I know I don't have them at the table today to talk about this on their processes, but with the county, you would get a license, but that doesn't mean you still need to get wherever you're doing business in that city limit, correct?
That's
correct.
Okay. So if I'm doing business in Kingsland and Woodbine, I need to get both.
Yes.
Correct.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So if you pay the city of St. Mary's a water bill,
Mhm.
then you're going to need to pay them a business license fee.
Gotcha. Okay.
Good way to
That's a
remember
good way to, yeah.
You know?
Okay.
And you
All
pay it all
right.
in the same place.
I love this. So guys, I don't really have any other questions. That's you kind of answered them for me. So do y'all have anything you wanted to add or you wanted to say before we
Well,
wrap
let me
this
just
up?
say, the business license, occupational tax certificates, they do expire December 31st, but we don't terminate any
Gotcha.
licenses. They do, like Candace was saying, they do have until April.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, we're adding penalties,
That's
interest.
I was about to
late
say, then you're going to
fees.
have your late fees. Okay.
Right, but then they need to know that your license has expired December 31st. So you want to be mindful of that. The citizens need to be mindful of that and to know that, because our code enforcement officer can come out
Yeah.
and say, "Hey, do you have your business license?"
Yeah.
Especially if it's a food vendor. And jumping on that, we charge $110 for food service fees.
Gotcha.
Whether it be the food truck, if you opening up a brick and mortar, a coffee shop, or what have you, and admin fees. of
Gotcha.
course. Now,
Yeah.
if you outside of Kingsland, you paying a regulatory fee plus the food service fee. So
Gotcha.
the
Okay.
prices
Yeah.
kind of move about.
Now, I know that people can find on our website, CamdenChamber.com, we have it listed out like Kingsland Business Licensing, St. Mary's, and Woodbine, so you can find those on our website. But I would like each of you to kind of tell me where people can find you, like where they should go if they want to meet Miss Selena and Miss Candace and Miss Elaine. Like, I really want them to know because I get that question a lot. So let's just go ahead and let people know where you are.
Okay, for myself, City of Kingsland, I'm located in the Municipal Service Building, which is our finance department where you pay your water bill, which is right next to the police department here in downtown Kingsland. 105 West William Street is
Thank
our
you.
address.
Thank you, Candace.
So I am sandwiched right between City Hall in downtown St. Mary's and our visitor center. I'm 406 Osborne. And I think I can speak for the rest of the ladies at the table that if you walk away from anything, I want you to know that we're trying to get you to a yes. So come and see us.
Yes.
Let us figure out how to make your business work in whatever municipality you choose. And, don't be scared. The packet looks scary.
Yeah.
It does.
Just give us a
It
call.
does. It does. But that's what y'all are here for. And y'all are great to work with, all three of you. And I really wanted people to hear
I
that.
agree. I love these ladies. They're
Yes.
so helpful.
So, Miss Elaine, tell us where they can find you in the city of Woodbine.
City Hall in Woodbine, at the one and only stoplight on
I
the
love it.
left side.
I love it.
310 Bedell Avenue.
Good deal. Well, thank y'all so much for joining us. I really appreciate all the information. And I hope guys will reach out to you and we've made this a little bit easier for people.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.